How do we want to start that?
You know, that's a good question because we started off the main, talking, doing a Sopranos riff, and then just
doing a bit,
as you do, right?
Doing a bit sandwich.
Yeah,
there's a good bit, some bad news, and then a bit.
Yeah, literally how I deal with everything in my entire life, which is let me just like couch this a little bit in like here's some. I'm gonna be annoying while I break this news to you, so that like that's the part you're upset by rather than the actual bad news.
This is the opposite of me. I'm just like saying the thing that is a thing.
Yeah,
and then just being confused when people are like,
oh, what the fuck? That's really awful. Yeah.
That's just like, wow, that's, geez, a little blunt. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, you tell people something in the clearest way possible. But it's like they're listening for like the secret thing behind it, where it's like, okay, so if you know what I think they're actually mad about now? I think they're upset that like they do think that there's something else behind what I'm saying driving it.
There's not.
Because if the blunt thing that I said is like the cushioned version of it, then like how
really
shitty
bad.
how awful must I think of them and people or something if yeah.
I mean, so much fucking ink has been spilled about this, but like just the it's a relatable thing. I think a lot of like myself and really any like neurodivergent friends of mine like get is like, oh yeah, no, it's not us who communicate weird. It's these fucking normies. Yeah.
Like, I don't really know how you can look at like how capitalism has calcified itself into the kind of corporation it has and look at the way people communicate just in their daily lives and at work and be like,
this is normal.
Wow, there's just this whole class of people out there who aren't present in these spaces, who just don't know how to communicate good. Now, we have to get back to our discussion of operationalizing a synergistic output to ensure a proper give and take among supplier partners.
I can't do that fucking like HR speak bit nearly as well as you. And holy shit,
hard.
that was great. That ugh.
Yeah.
God, my skin's crawling.
Really feel you feel your skin just trying to leap off your own body.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to like send an email at like 10 o'clock in the morning and then do nothing the entire rest of a day and just have to pretend like, no, this is fine. Yeah, this is cool. Hello.
Yeah, hi patrons.
Yeah, hi. If you're listening to this, I don't know. I mean, you might have already heard the fucking main episode. I don't know what the order exactly
I'm gonna release them at the same time.
Okay,
even though that's not advisable, given that it requires context.
Yeah, no. It's kind of like Sonic Adventure 2, which is my main point of reference for everything in my life, where you can play the dark story first, or at least I think you can, if memory serves. I mean, why would you do anything in that game other than the fucking Chow Garden?
I hated the Chow Garden. I just wanted to play multiplayer races.
All right, well, I'm ending this episode right now. Goodbye. No.
Okay, you know what? This constitutes an irreconcilable creative difference in this podcast. Fuck you, I quit.
You can't quit. I'm fired. Wherever the line goes, But yes, it is like all things in life. Sonic Adventure 2, Battle, the remaster or whatever. And you can listen to this first. Is what I was trying to get to. So if you are listening to this first, I want to be clear. Yes, we are, Charlie and I, and Dennis as well, even though he couldn't be here, are going to be, stepping away from the podcast and, just kind of indefinitely.
Yeah.
Like,
this is the final episode.
Yeah.
And
so savor it.
Was
that pregnant pause to savor it better?
I mean, I'm sorry to our patrons, like, the humidifier who just joined.
Oh no! That sucks so much ass. Well, I mean,
know.
That is the silver lining here is Zach has plans to continue the show. Not sure exactly what those are, but it's in good hands.
Yeah, Zach says it is continuing next week. It is continuing. I'm going to apologize distinctly to. Let's go with the humidifier, Jacob, Philip.
Are you just sorting by like joined in the last month or so?
I'm sorting by lifetime paid.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because okay, so some people have been here for a little bit, but yeah, no, humidifier Jacob, Philip, last couple of months. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, no, that's a specific kind of. I mean, it sucks either way, right? It's
It
just two
does.
flavors of suck.
I mean,
So yeah,
it's like it is what it is. Like, you know, yeah, it's like you said, Zach
Yeah.
wants to continue doing the show. I
So
will
you're
say
still
to
getting the show,
patrons, yeah, you know, if y'all have the money, like anything after this month goes to supporting Zach in whatever comes next, and we have all the hope in the world for everything it could be.
Indeed.
We're not going over everything we've talked about in the main show because we, you know.
Yeah, in terms of just like, oh shit, doing a, you know, basically another part-time job on top of like, you know, everything else in life is hard and bad. So
Yeah,
you know,
if you're curious as to why everything was so hard for us, the main episode does cover all of that.
Yeah.
And all of the things that we have had happen to us and deal with in the last, I don't know, 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, right.
Where shit just gets harder, but you know.
Yeah,
we
like
are
I know,
here.
I know the phrase goes "shit happens," but like, man,
But it just
it
keeps
sure
happening.
loves to happen. Yeah,
Yeah. It's almost like we've built an entire society designed to just shit on people.
yeah. I mean, you know, fucking, if shit is continually happening, like, you know, that fucking crisis stage never stops. So there you go.
Yeah, American imperialism is much like you looking at every fan you see and just firing turds at it.
just chucking turds. Just
Yeah.
No, not even. It's like a t-shirt cannon full of turds. And
Okay,
and that is society.
I was picturing sort of like your ass functioning like a potato gun. So
Oh, okay. That's much more Ren and Stimpy.
just sort
I
of
like
a
that.
thunk. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not like rapid fire. It's just one, like every couple seconds. Thunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Into
Yeah.
into any really any rotating blade of any sort, like
I think it's got to be like a
wind
nice,
farms,
like
wood
industrial,
chippers.
almost stainless steel fan.
you want something to be ruined. You want to see something. You want to see like an immaculately created thing that could only exist in the modern world that boggles the mind of early humans.
Yeah, no. If you showed this to like an early hunter gatherer, they would like just immediately go full 2001: A Space Odyssey and have just trip balls looking at this like, you know, fucking Pottery Barn like shitty, you know, Chip and Joanna Gaines fixture. That's like also somehow $5,000. I don't know how much fans cost.
So, I mean, based on the Patreon, about $5 a month.
Hey, there you go.
No, that's not true. It's the reverse of that they're paying us.
Yeah. Which also I would like to, you know, I mean, yeah, thank y'all for just the continued support of the show and of us and all that.
Yeah.
Fucking, you're all very cool people. And like,
you have truly paid me, and not just I have
and
truly
not just a bullshit metaphorical sense.
I've been
like,
paid in more than experience. I have actually received quite a lot of equipment that is nice, and I can produce things with. I can stream with this shit. I can podcast with this shit. Like I do. Like I think we're both in agreement. Neither of us wants to stop doing podcast shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And like
we just.
It's definitely on hold for me and where I'm at in life right now, for sure, because Jesus Christ. But, I mean, when we were having a so we had a little meeting, like, yesterday to just kind of go over, like, oh, what do we want to touch on, you know, in terms of, like, a wrap-up episode, right? See, this is what you get with the Patreon. You get a little behind the scenes, right?
Also, this is the most I think we've talked directly to the audience.
Probably.
No, that's not true. It's not that, like, because like, I do feel like when we do the Patreon, like I know the people I'm talking to because they are a specific group of people who are knowable.
Yeah. Also, I do literally know a lot of y'all. Like,
yeah, I do know some of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like of the patrons, I know some of them, and I know many of them on Twitter, and like yeah.
Yeah. But we had that little meeting, and I kind of confessed fucking to Charlie, like, I have like 5 or 6 ideas for like, oh, like this would be neat, or like I'll listen to another podcast and be like, oh, what if it like, you know, was about this or had this spin on it, and it's a fucking brain disease that I have, and it rules.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
Part of the reason I've been so stoked to be on the podcast doing stuff is because like I've been saying to friends of mine for about what is it, 2022? I'm going to go about 12 years now.
Yeah.
That we should start a podcast. Like, and I'm saying this back in the early days when it's like a thing on the iTunes store.
Yeah, I was going to say back
doing.
when it was on a pod. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've just always wanted to do this. And it's been so much fucking fun to get to finally do it. Because, see, here's the thing is you and I have the same brain disease about thinking of, like, what parts of existing podcasts do we want to steal and make our own? What do we want to make? What would be an interesting topic? I'm going to assume we do this because I think you and I probably listen to podcasts most of our waking hours.
Literally all I do at work. Like, it used to be.
Yeah.
So I mean, fucking, not to like get too into the weeds on it, but
get in
like,
the weeds.
There's no fucking cell reception at my job site, right? So streaming any sort of music is out of the question, and I'm not like, again, it's not 2010, and I don't have a fucking iTunes collection, so I'm not gonna like download a bunch of music onto my phone. Which I probably should, just, you know,
I do
get the hits.
I have an iPod.
I have been so.
You should get a pod.
I should get a pod. I've been so hobbled by fucking doing streaming for so long, and I'm getting away from that because fucking Spotify sucks ass, and everything else also kind of sucks ass. So it's going to be Bandcamp and piracy, depending on how alive the musicians are involved.
If you want me to make you a pod, I've got half of the materials all ready to make one.
A half a pod, perfect.
I have a half a pod already assembled for you. If you want the rest of it.
But anyway, yeah, it's been a pretty much strictly podcasts all day kind of thing for a minute. And yeah, you know, the mind just boggles at like, oh, you know, what if I did if anybody listens to anything on the Duck Feed network. What if, like,
I have never heard of that. What is that?
Oh, they're great. It's mainly these two guys.
Well, God, I hope so. You're listening to them all day.
Yeah, fucking 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, more often than not. It's these two guys, Gary and Cole, and they've been doing it for, I mean, probably about since 2010, I think. And just they're into a lot of the same shit I'm into, and like they do several different shows. But like just an example of, you know, the same shit I'm into. One of them is about adapting H.P. Lovecraft to film, which is hard because
that's cool.
You know, that author's cop-out is so often it was too terrible to describe. They're doing an Elden Ring show right now, which is a continuation of their like level by level you know, Dark Souls show. They're doing a fucking Venture Bros show, which is about to wrap up,
cool.
which is yeah, so really very much in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, so this is your wheelhouse.
Yeah. But yeah, the idea I had was like, okay, what about Bonfireside Chat, which is the fucking Dark Souls Elden Ring show, but doing that for the Dishonored series, which I'm a big fucking fan of, and just finding somebody else to fucking, you know.
I've never played those, but literally I downloaded all of them in the last month because I'm like, I'm gonna have some time, and I hear a lot of things, and also, you know, after that one image of that guy with the Dishonored tattoo and everyone's saying it's a Nazi symbol or something.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I was
about
like,
that.
I should probably play that because I don't know. I want to know if the symbol itself actually is kind of like from the fashy elements of whatever universe this fictional.
Oh
thing is
no.
from.
It's a little brand you get because the devil gave you superpowers.
That's
the devil, who also I should note is a goth Victorian twink.
okay. There's a lot of levels going on there. One,
You know it.
So being a weird right winger, because they were trying. No, it wasn't a Nazi symbol. I'm sorry. They were saying it was the communist symbol. They were saying that was proof it was Antifa. Because I'm like,
Right.
who was
I'm
baking
remembering that
this?
now.
Yeah,
I forget, yeah.
yeah, but it was the Dishonored symbol, which having not played the games, I'm like, oh,
No, it was a January
Wait.
6th thing, I think, is what
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that was their immediate recalibration into saying Antifa is doing it secretly because there's a communism symbol on someone's arm, and I'm like,
it turned out to be
I'm gonna be honest,
a video game from 2012. Yeah.
Yeah, which apparently you get branded by a goth twink.
Yeah, you know, you get superpowers,
just
and also
doesn't-
that just kind of shows up on your hand. Yeah.
Yeah, two things. One, I mean, I guess that makes sense. The
A goth
entire
twink who is also the devil. I can't stress this enough.
right wing wants like a goth trans twink to like hold them down and fuck them, but they are more attached to like
Shit, call me
killing
Mussolini
those people.
then. Goddamn.
Yeah. Well, okay.
All right, cool.
I'm happy to spread that around.
Glad we're in agreement. Yeah, that's the way. That's the fucking note to go out on. Yes, I am literally Mussolini.
you,
Um,
you
yeah,
have been
it's a great
you
game series though. Fuck. And that'd be something cool to do someday. Maybe. Yeah.
there you go. Like okay. Do you want to do it someday and I'll just not play them until it's time?
Fucking that honestly might be a cool way to approach it. Yeah.
Cuz like
Just do a fucking
apparently
book club
everything.
kind of format. Oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
such a fucking it's the lore, Charlie. The lore.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Uh-huh.
The lore.
The lore.
And that's all I'll say on that.
Velour.
The lore. Yeah.
Velour.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
see that, dear listener, dear patron,
dear patron,
dear lovers.
dear lovers.
We're already like we have the brain disease because we both listen to podcasts constantly. I also like I start my day to like wind myself up into the day listening to a podcast, playing a video game, eating breakfast. It's
Yeah.
nice. I do the exact same thing to wind myself down at the end of the day, and pretty much I'm listening to a podcast anytime I'm in my house doing chores or puttering around.
Yeah.
Like I'm just doing shit, and like it's like I don't have a job like you do, but I do feel like we have a similar thing in that we are in one place all day. All of our work is centered around that one place, and there's just so much time to listen to podcasts when you're just sort of like slowly fixing up and cleaning and doing like
I mean, because that's the thing. I don't think I've ever actually like I don't bring it up a lot on the show, but I kind of allude to it. So I'm an electrician in construction, right? And the amount of time where you called it, like you're just in the same spot, like fucking fiddling with something all day, like fucking listen to podcasts is great for that. Yeah.
I'm not an electrician, but I've definitely done electrical, and a lot of it's just been me sitting in an attic, just sort of like yelling down to someone who's doing something like at the other end with fish tape.
Yeah, and then you gotta like wait 20 minutes for them to figure their thing out. It's great.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
just lay there trying not to fall into the insulation, wondering if you're slowly getting cancer from what you're breathing, and then just waiting for them to.
I guarantee you, I've got like 30 different kinds of cancer from the stuff just I deal with on a day-to-day basis, but it's fine.
We need to get you to Cuba.
Yeah, exactly.
The only place you're going to be able to be okay and podcast.
Yep. Also, I love the beach, so
Yeah, there you go.
That's the main draw.
I don't live near a beach, so like
Me either. It sucks.
eh.
I mean, Austin's got rivers. Fucking whatever.
Does the beach suck, or do Texans on the beach suck?
I mean, Texas in general, I would say, kind of sucks a lot of ass. Yeah.
How many Texans have sucked you on the beach?
Not enough.
Okay, that's a good answer. I expected no less.
Yeah. Fucking yeah. Is there anything else we want to touch on? Other than, I mean, obviously, again, like it sounds corny saying it this way, but I cannot overexpress the fucking gratitude I have towards y'all who are listening to this right now. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, genuinely. Oh my god, I've got my little mixer here. I've got my cool microphone. I got my whole setup. I like big desk. I've been able to like do some shit around the house to make it better with a little bit of the money. I can like have a hobby sometimes, collect things. I'm going to pay out the Patreon for the last little bit, and I'm going to, because honestly, we only disperse the money to ourselves like once or twice a year.
Yeah, like, it's not like oh, my direct deposit from the Patreon just hit. No, it's like it's again, give you a little behind the scenes. It's very much y'all, I'm gonna need some help making rent this month, and bada bing, bada boom. Yeah,
we just have a PayPal that's just sort of slowly filling up with the money you pay us, and almost all the money you pay us has gone back into the show in the sense that it's like it's equipment, it's like
exactly,
it's art commissions, audio drops and stuff. Like I've been able to buy like a few humble bundles of like prepackaged like video and audio shit to like use in all sorts of projects, and it feels good, nice to have it around. And then there's just like a backlog of money that we just sort of leave in the PayPal, and then like Dennis or us or whoever is just like oh, I lost my job, I have to just, I need $100, or just like I want to get this thing for my project, I want or I'm just like I have a project I'm working on in the house, I want $100, like
yeah.
Yeah, so
I just want $100, honestly.
I do too. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, we're gonna pay it out. It's gonna be good. We're gonna divide it between everyone. So don't worry about that. we're not going to steal the money and run off with it.
No, I'm pulling a moot. Absolutely. I'm out of here.
Okay. All right.
Timely
never mind.
reference, I know.
I don't even
sorry,
get, I don't know
speaking
what
of
that means.
podcasts, I just listened to one on like the history of 4chan, fucking at work Friday, and yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
one of the original creators, like there was like a meme of he, ran off with the money, and this was pre even like 4chan being a huge like cultural fucking thing in its unfortunate way that it is now.
You're talking about like the first creator, not like the second round of people who got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm probably like I said this in the other episode. Like, today is my birthday, so this Sunday, it's the 19th.
Yep.
So we're gonna pay out the money, and tomorrow, you have all bought me a birthday present without me having to think about money, which is great. We're gonna go to like the board game store near us or whatever. I'm probably gonna buy some Magic cards because I started collecting those again, and I'm having a great time, and I wanna play the game with everyone. I'm probably just gonna have some fun doing that.
Cute.
I'm going to organize a bunch of shit into a binder. I'm going to buy myself a pile of cards. It's going to be great.
That sounds like a lovely time.
Yeah. I think that'll also be the first, like, non-necessity or necessary to pay something thing I've ever used the Patreon money for.
Right? The millennial dream. Having a hobby sometimes.
Yeah, having a hobby that can cost you more than $100 a month if you, like, can manage. Like,
yeah, right.
All I really want, like, I think everyone deserves like $500 to $600 a month just for shitting around with. Like, that's a minimum, Like, if I have to put a dollar amount on it, like, I think people should be allowed to have up to 3 hobbies that are all like, I'm gonna blow $100 on this every month if I want to.
Yeah, model trains, baby.
That is also a hobby. I wish I could
laying
have.
some tracks.
I've got lots of model trains around. I just don't have any space to lay anything out.
Yeah. You need like the classic train basement, yeah.
You need a house. This is a hobby for house people.
Yeah.
So, I think we want to thank the patron.
That's what I was gonna get to. Yeah, I was totally fucking spacing. Yeah.
Who do we want to read this? Or do we just sort of like dead-eyedly read them at the same time together? Like,
just like total like in sync, like fucking that'd be great. No, I mean if you'd like to, you can take it away.
I got it. So we're I hope this is every single patron because I'm on Patreon. I've pulled up the list of people donating. There should be everyone in here because everyone deserves a goddamn shout out for all of this.
Yeah, you'd think at this point we would have figured this out. However.
I just
Patreon, the website itself is a cruel and fickle mistress.
Yes. Well, because I have it filtered to active patrons, so
there you
should
go.
Be good. We have and genuinely from the bottom of our hearts want to thank, reverse alphabetically, Tyler, Tim, the Warlock Phosphorus, the Humidifier, the Brilliant Dr. Fly, Scott, Samantha, SFR, who is, seriously, for real, the best.
Something fucking rad. Yeah.
Yeah. Rufus, not a mole rat. Pizza Poss. Philip. Yeah, I'm trying not to read your last names. They're all here. We normally take them out so I don't accidentally read them. Philip.
No, just dox everybody, yeah.
I'd like to thank the following email addresses and home addresses.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the following credit card numbers and social security numbers and also mother's maiden names.
Yes. Olive Lotion Wizard, Nicole, Malwin, Lizzie, Knightley, Kira, Kay, Jorge, Julian, Jen, Jacob, Jack, Julia, EMD, Eli, Dylan, Drew, Comrade Kometka, Cody, CJ, The Bite-Sized Podcast, Broobs, ASM Marxist, Alan with 2 L's, and Alan with 1 L.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize we had 2 Allens.
We do.
That's cool as fuck.
They are cool as fuck. Every single one of these people is cool as fuck.
Yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah. I wish we had, like, more of, like, a... because I mean the main episode was definitely we're doing bits, and like I just want to say the main episode is also for you, but now that I feel like I'm speaking directly to the patrons listening, it's more like now I'm kind of more sad actually.
Yeah. No, I mean as one of the greatest musicians of our time once said, it's you, it's all for you.
Yeah, who was that?
That's Lana Del Rey, right?
I don't know, but that's a really bleak individual too.
Greatest musicians of our time, Lana Del Rey.
On the other hand, you know, y'all have just been like sort of like sugaring us to produce content for you for the last, you know, anywhere from like 1 month to like several years.
Yeah, depending on
Yeah, and I guess I mean, we did do a Lana Del Rey. We just kept doing it. Like we're so happy you loved us, and we know that like we heard ourselves producing this show because that's what love is.
Is that what Lana Del Rey's
yes
whole
Lana
deal
Del
is? Yeah.
Yes, Lana Del Rey's whole deal is like I don't even know what to describe it. It's like fuck me till it hurts emotionally because like that's how I know to feel and love. It's
with like
really
weird Americana thrown in there.
Yeah,
I would say that's the opposite of what we've got going on.
Yeah, no,
about as big a 180 as I think you can pull.
Lana Del Rey is the exact opposite of us in that I think Lana Del Rey is basically lamenting all of the pain that like weird Protestant brain relationship right-wing shit has done to you, but also praising all of it as like the thing that feels necessary and good and comfortable. You know, the kind of person you would meet at like a kink party and not just be like, you can't play with this person.
Yeah, like, why are you here?
You can't do it because they're trying to actually like hurt themselves here, and it's not good.
Yeah.
And that's what Lana Del Rey is. And also notably, Lana Del Rey is, I'm going to say not uniquely, but largely responsible for like reintroducing the Lolita aesthetic as like, not like,
you're not talking like the anime, like frilly dresses, like, you know, over the top Victorian kind of fucking thing. You're talking.
I'm not talking about Victorian shit. I'm talking about wearing heart-shaped sunglasses, having misread that entire book and both of the movies, and posting like photos online, just posting photos on Instagram of people like sort of half sucking on a lollipop with heart-shaped glasses with incredibly like depressing captions about how like that requires some belief that like women are weak and it hurts to love, but you need it so bad.
Yeah.
And it's just so bleak. And also like, it's just a side note, because like, you know, my partner read Lolita, the book, to me recently. We're almost done with it. And oh my God, the girl in that book is 12.
Yeah.
In the movies, they age her up to 14.
Which is still not great.
No, it's not great, but they literally, for the movies, to be able to make a movie that doesn't seem as evil as the book displays, they age the person up to the point where it's like, well, I don't know, you've started puberty, though. You have boobs or something. You can, like, they basically said, we need to age this person up to the age where they could potentially have sexual feelings so that we can make a movie in which this is actually a love story.
Yeah.
It's
which is twisted in its own regard, you know. I think they should just have Chris Hansen come out at some point during that film and just be like, "Hey, man, why don't you take a seat? I'd like to talk to you about these chat logs."
Oh God, putting a version of like the 1997 or whatever the fuck it was Lolita on the Pirate Bay, but in the middle of it, it just cuts to a To Catch a Predator discussion with the guy who looks like the main guy as they catch him.
Yes, that would be great.
So good.
Yeah, and the movie wraps up in like a tight 40 minutes. You know, it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's all you need. Like, you start to feel sick, and then someone learns a lesson.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what all movies should be, is the unambiguously good guy defeats the unambiguously bad guy, and everybody learns a good lesson about, like, I don't know, not being a pedophile.
At first I wanted to say...
If the new Marvel was that, you know...
Well, see, that's the thing, is like, at first I was going to be like, you're describing every Marvel movie, and I hate that you think this is what culture ought to be. And then I stopped and said, none of those people are ambiguously good. Or unambiguously good. They are all terrible people who are like, what would be the best thing in the world if we worked for the United States government?
If I used my literally superhuman powers to aid, probably like the worst organization that currently exists. Yeah.
It's like getting superpowers by being branded with the Dishonored symbol and then just like storming the Capitol.
Yeah, okay, I could riff about fucking the protagonist of those games being a January 6th guy forever. Because in the sequel, like, the sequel came out kind of in that fucking area of games where, like, a lot of them were about, like, sad dads, right? And you can play as him in that, and he definitely has that, like, my kids don't talk to me because of my posts look to him.
Is there an era of games about sad dads?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, see, like, I'm not sure there's just so many games. I think I might have missed this. Can you give me some examples?
Oh, like, yeah, the fucking the Walking Dead Telltale game, like we were talking about Telltale earlier. Fucking Last of Us.
Are they all zombie games? Are they all zombie games?
A lot of them are zombie games, yeah. Because that's a real crucial part of being a sad dad, is that also there's zombies there.
Okay, because a number of the like janky looking games that look like shit on the Xbox store that are always going on sale that I like. I'm always tempted to get them to because I love a janky game, but then I kind of look at it and it's basically you play as a gritty dad who's lost everything but his family and he has to keep it together. And I'm like, oh, these are all just, there's a whole subset of games just about protecting the nuclear family after the apocalypse.
Literal violence, yeah.
Yeah, and it's, well, I'm sure there's some where it's not against zombies or people you would be like, yeah, they were threatening you.
Yeah,
I'm sure in one of them it's just you're going around killing people to like just establish a home.
It's a very boring genre, yeah. Which luckily Dishonored, I gotta say, is not that. It's just the guy looks like it, yeah.
Right. A guy who has played too many of these games is trapped in some other universe.
Yeah.
I might be outing myself as a trans woman, but
no, what?
But I have to say it. Games about being a dad who wants to protect his family at all costs just don't resonate with me in any way. There's just something about them that I don't know what it is.
Yeah, just not appealing. Yeah, just not really not really scratching any particular itch. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, why am I killing? Like, at least, like, I've been playing State of Decay 2 a bunch for the last couple of weeks, which has been fun because it's like, it's like Dead Rising controls of like third person hit a zombie, kind of like weird animations. But then a lot of the game is just like grab a base, put a bunch of like different things in the different slots at the base to like live there, and then recruit new people and claim a bigger base until you have like 10 people, and then you win after you do some missions. And then you can take some of those people and do it again on a different map, and it's great. And I'm like, the thing I'm actually really enjoying how little story there is. Now, they have a secondary mode that says explore a deeper story, which I haven't started yet, because I think they are well aware that there really isn't any story in their first section. But I really love just like...
Which is fine, Sometimes it can just be contextless apocalypse life,
Yeah, you just pick, like, do you want, like, a sheriff or a trader or a builder or whatever to be like your leader,
a sad divorced dad.
Yeah, different things. Like, I mean, well, see, all the characters have little traits, and it does give them like the potential to have certain skills. Where it's like, your character will have the trait, like, fucking former like choir director, and he's got like an unupgradable skill, but his like fifth skill slot that you kind of want people not to have, or you need to like train people into specific skills to like make
you want them malleable for your perfect zombie society you're building. Yeah,
exactly. But like, it'll just say like, yeah, he's a former choir director, and so like he's got
he can sing real good.
And so like he's just like him existing is just like a +4 to morale all the time because
that's
just,
great.
Like, he actually sounds good, and I'm like, I love shit like that. Like, all of the story happening in this game is happening sort of behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's getting together your no, I love that kind of shit. The implied like emergent storytelling. Yeah, I just like to think he's getting your apocalypse squad together to all fucking like basically have a barbershop quartet in between, going out on scavenging raids or whatever,
Yeah, no, that's great. The zombie barbershop quartet just
Okay, yeah, that's even fucking better. He's just got like chained up in like abandoned gas station somewhere, a zombie barbershop quartet. Like no idea where he got the outfits, or maybe they already had the outfits. Who knows?
just just disappears for hours a day and has them chained up in like the basement of like a costume shop.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God, no! Yeah, he's doing musicals.
Oh yeah, he's putting teaching zombies to like do Macbeth.
I was thinking, fucking
Macbeth.
like Macbeth. That's brilliant. Yeah, because you're not allowed to say it. It's a Scottish play, so you gotta come up with a different name. But doing Hadestown with actual dead people, I think that's got to be a hit. You know?
That sounds cool. What is
Yeah.
that?
Oh, it's like it's about like the fucking Greek underworld kind of.
Okay,
And
so it's a musical about the Greek underworld.
Yeah, but also, also how fucking it's vaguely also kind of set in the Dust Bowl, and also like how only fucking a capitalist could be the god of death. Basically, it's great. You know,
That makes sense.
Yeah, it slaps. A lot of good songs.
I mean, every depiction of the devil I've ever seen that was even remotely convincing is the devil is either like a party dude who's actually cool and hell doesn't suck, it's just a place for outcasts, or they are like just a bureaucracy loving business sleazebag who like loves being on top.
Oh yeah, used car
just pure
salesman devil
capitalist.
is a great fucking yeah. If I was one of those fucking like obnoxious adult Catholic converts, I'd definitely be like, that's my one thing I'm holding on to is no. We got to have the devil. Like I'm putting my foot down here, y'all. I'm gonna send an email to the Pope. Like the devil's got to be this exact kind of guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think as an adult Catholic convert, that's your right.
Exactly.
It's your right
to email the Pope.
Just
see, that's what they don't tell you is when you convert, they give you the Pope's email.
I mean, they don't want to tell you that because then everyone would convert. Who doesn't want to doesn't want to shit post at the Pope?
Yeah, it's kind of like Noam Chomsky where you can just like hit him up and maybe get a response. Sending the guy who has a direct connection to God pig poop balls. It's literally. Well, that's great also, but literally his email address is pope@church.com, which I think I
can't tell if that's true or not.
It should be.
Because I feel like it is probably something like pontifex at Vatican.
I mean, pontifex, is his Twitter so,
Yeah, I'm gonna go
wouldn't be out of the blue. I mean, just to think that the Pope has an email address also is very entertaining to me.
I am looking it up right now. The Pope's email. POPES. Pope's email.
Googling how to email the Pope, and immediately a bunch of like Swiss guards fucking kick in your door.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, contacting the Pope through mail. To contact Pope Francis through the postal service, the Vatican provides the address.
The postal service, first of all.
Yeah, pig Pope balls. So, listeners, if you want to contact the Pope, you just write to His Holiness Pope Francis, Apostolic Palace, 00120, Vatican City. Like a fucking 90s commercial. The Pope doesn't use email.
If you just send the Pope 3 easy payments of $14.99, you can get, I don't know, something. You can get your soul saved. I think they got in a lot of trouble for that back in the fucking Middle Ages or whatever. But whatever.
Okay. Oh no, here we go. Okay, so I'm on lifewire.com, tech for humans, which is just sounds devious and horrible.
It sounds like something someone who is posing as being human would say.
Yes, we shall give it is tech for humans.
Yes, hello fellow humans. Don't you like using tech like the internet and toasters? I love using toasters to toast my bread for my human meals.
Humans, truly the real internet of things. Delicious things. It says Pope Francis does not use email, but he did say that the internet, text messages, and social networks are, quote, gifts from God, end quote.
Oh,
I wonder
Big
if he's changed.
There.
Yeah, he said that in January of 2016 when Tim Apple went there to visit him. Regardless,
I wonder if he's played that copy of Undertale he got given yet.
Yeah. So these guys, I think, are dead, but the previous popes did have emails. You can contact them at benedictxvi at vatican.va and John_Paul_II at vatican.va.
I think the last one's still alive. I think he just dipped because he had terrible vibes and nobody liked him.
Do you think you get to keep your vatican.va email if you leave the Pope?
If you get fired from being Pope?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess usually they just die, so you don't have to worry about getting rid of their email. But yeah, did John Paul get to keep receiving emails from people who thought he was they surely they took it away, because then they'd just be emailing and being like, "You're the true Pope," and he's like, "Yeah, I do still talk to God,
Yeah, me and God are kind of on the cool still. It's it's not like a professional capacity anymore. We hang out, we grab beers every once in a while. It's no big deal. just doing shitty guy humble brags. Yeah.
Yeah, it says Pope John Paul II became the first email-savvy pontiff in history.
I like email savvy, too. He's
Sure.
doing all sorts of cool BCCs and shit.
What's also funny is that's the one who stepped down, who's old as fuck and looks like the Emperor from Star Wars, right?
No, that's Benedict, yeah.
Is that Benedict?
Yeah,
Oh,
Pope
okay.
John Paul's the one before, who I think died, I want to say.
Okay.
I don't know for sure if he died. He's got to be old as fuck.
It says his name before he was Pope John Paul, and I'm gonna dead name the Pope here, so forgive me.
Don't dead name the Pope. Come on.
I'm going to. It says it's Karol Joseph Wojtyla.
Yeah, he's Polish. Yeah.
Is it Polish? Yeah, because it is the most Polish looking name that I've probably just butchered.
Yeah.
Karol Joseph Wojtyla.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's it. The point is, you can't email the Pope.
I like my promise. Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna riff on this Dishonored thing for forever and ever. And then immediately I sink my teeth into, man, it sure would be funny if you could email the Pope, huh?
I'm afraid the years of emailing the Pope were wasted on our youth.
Yeah, damn.
A misspent youth of not emailing all of the people.
Yeah, just
all the people whose emails were probably still there. You probably could have fucking emailed Tim Apple repeatedly by just this is genuinely if you ever want to know how to email someone and you're not sure what their email is, just do last name dot first 4 or 8 letters of their first name at whatever their business is .com. It just works. It works every time.
Just fucking wing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Tim Cook's email is, but it's probably something like cook.tim@icloud.com or something.
Yeah. Do you think the Pope gets fished? Maybe that's why they got rid of the email.
Gets fished. How do you...
You email the Pope hey man, I've been talking to your boss and you're in big trouble. Send me a bunch of fucking gift cards and I'll unlock your computer or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, because that's what I'm still struggling with. Is what are you fishing out of this?
Out of the Pope? I mean, they got money. Yeah. Fucking Pope's got mad money.
Yeah, I mean, he does.
Do you know how many fucking gift cards the Pope could go to Walmart and buy? Shit.
He is richer than God.
Yeah.
That's why he got to do that.
Yeah.
Is because God's ooh, that's impressive. And
this guy got a fat old wallet. Yeah.
Yeah, God respects the grind.
This is who I want as my earthly representative, a dude who sits on a throne of gold. That's pretty pimp, homeboy. Because God talks like a white teenager from 2007. Yeah.
Actually, no. You're writing a whole movie right here, which is God is intervening in human affairs and being generally existing until I don't know, let's just say 1600 or something, and then he accidentally trips and falls and slams his head falling to earth, and then just lives among us perpetually with amnesia, just with the same ideological bullshit we have, just learning again from nothing.
I love it. God.
And so he's just a grind set entrepreneur who also appears to be all-knowing and all-seeing, but doesn't really have the fact
but he's also
to
kind of a dumbass. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like Joe Rogan. He opens his mind and he can put it all together, but he's not good at it.
Yeah, just no ability to correlate the contents of his omniscience. That's perfect.
Yeah, our modern internet age Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Which, speaking of, in my mind,
is this an isekai? Technically speaking,
I don't know what that means.
it's one of those. It's a fucking anime genre where like, oh, I'm in a different world now. That's wacky.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I don't know. Are you in a different world if you created it? It's like
I guess not. Yeah.
Is Tron an isekai?
I would say Tron's an isekai. Yeah.
Because
you can
it's
really
not,
just fucking point at whatever and say it's an isekai for the record. Like,
I mean, that's because no one knows what you're talking about.
yeah, exactly. And if I can be the most ill-informed in a way that like sells it, then that's all I fucking need.
Yeah, I can just point at anything I want and be like, hey, look at that fucking meat morp, and people will just be like, what?
Look at that isekai.
And that's what we leave the listeners with, I guess.
Yeah, is that how we're gonna put a fucking hat on this? What if the Pope had an email address and then God was in fucking yeah, whatever. God.
Yeah, we're just leaving them with some words of wisdom. What if God were one of us?
Absolutely deranged. Yeah, just a stranger on a bus. The old classic.
A slob like one of us. Yeah.
Had a pod like one of
us. You did it. You ended it.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. We absolutely love all of you and everything you've done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.